Hello.
Hi. It's breakfast.
Yeah.
Oh, you got like a porridge.
It's yogurt.
Not as good as...
No Void picnic is complete without Tiny Eddie's popular toucan bars.
Void picnic.
We have toucan bars. They're Fruit Loop cereal bars. It's similar. It's from a niece. It says, "Happy early birthday, Eddie. What are you eating to celebrate?" Toucan bars. Ah, like the cereal? Yeah. What's Toucan Sam's thing? Follow your nose.
Mm-hmm.
That was like, what's the catchphrase?
That's how you get around the void.
Follow your nose to the void picnic. Wait, run away from it. Run away from it. It's called jerky. Yeah. Well, it depends. If the jerky is so thick that it's to the same dimensions of a cereal bar.
Mm-hmm.
Is that still... I mean, I guess it's still technically jerky. No, at that point it's steak. It's just really overdone steak. Anyway, morning. Cursed right off the bat. It's like out of the gate. Is he cursed? It's a cursed morning. It's fine. Lord Australopithecus. It's very hard to say. First time making it to one of these. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. So on Tuesday was the first stream. Tuesday was the first Tuesday. Humankind celebrated Tuesday for the first time last Tuesday. Tuesday was the first time that we had the new display set up. We had some issues, as I figured that we would, but I think I got them all figured out. I'm pretty sure. Things seem to be working, and the display is staying bright, and I got the sync timing stuff down. So I'm pretty sure we're good. And no bezel. Yes.
Do you want to try this? It's really good.
No.
Okay. It's yogurt.
I mean, I'm not super fond of yogurt in the first place, and then you put bananas in it. We're lose-lose right now. We're not.
There's honey in it? I started buying the plain Greek yogurt that tastes a little bit like sour cream. So I started sweetening it with honey. Or if I use my jam that I made, and just like a scoopful of it, it sweetens it up enough.
Because, like, historically, if I'm gonna eat yogurt, it's gotta be sweet. It's gotta be like Yoplait. It's because I didn't grow up eating yogurt. I didn't have yogurt until college, maybe? Probably college was the first time where I was like, I've never had yogurt. And then probably Alex was like, oh, have you never had yogurt? And I'm like, I don't know, I just never had it. And then I bought the de facto, or what my perception of the de facto yogurt is, which is strawberry Yoplait. And I was like, that's good. But in the interim, between then and now, I have had, on occasions, the yogurt that you have where there ain't nothing going on. And I'm like, oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, when it's plain, it's...
Yeah. And it's like, if I was at someone's house and they were like, my grandmother made this, I'd be like, oh, good! And then I would eat it. It's not that I couldn't eat it, but it wouldn't be my first choice. Let me read some of these things. Also, for folks that weren't here on Tuesday, we are now to the point where viewers are hitting 48 months. So we have been streaming now. I mean, not technically until another week, but we're just gonna start celebrating early. We've been streaming for 4 years, so that's exciting. I plan to celebrate this every stream for another week or two, because it's fun.
Yeah,
it's fun. And in that time, we have only missed one breakfast stream. So that's a pretty good record. That's not bad. That's really not that bad. Have we missed... We've missed Friday streams? But also, maybe not? I'm sure that we've had to have missed a Friday stream somewhere. But I'm also like, wait, have we? I don't know. We're remarkably consistent. Chess says we have missed Friday streams. I believe you. I believe you. I don't know. We probably didn't stream any games during the China trip.
yeah.
But we did do breakfast stream in China.
We did.
Oh, that was fun.
Did the TV just get brighter?
Yes.
New environmentally friendly glass packaging. Tiny Eddie's Ancient Omelette and Cake Munchies.
I was so excited I figured out the TV, and then I was like, yeah, it definitely did. So, oh, cool. So I don't have the TV figured out. Love it. 1000 Bits Relief, who says, it's celebration week, Eddie. What did you bring to the parties? Party, parenthesis S. Tiny Eddie's Ancient Omelette and Cake Munchies. In glass packaging. Just throw it on the floor.
At least Eddie got cake.
Smash it on the ground. And then, remove the shards of glass from the omelet and cake. If you want. Or consider it seasoning. Just consider it... You know how hard it would be to eat? The first thing you have to do for your food is put it in a colander and try to get all of the glass out. Seems difficult. 34 months from NG Bin, 27 months from Orpega, 22 months from Full Metal Grizz 98, 29 from Adrian Kell, 26 from Valhalla 19, 15 from Robert N 3009, Chill Days gifted a sub to Jacebook, 45 months from Incarnator 95, 30 months from Shadowlance, 345 bits from Anise, who just says, Clown Time.
Clown time. No, your nose. Yours is ready.
You have never once been a clown.
One of them's me.
So, legally, 1 out of, 30-something times, it's your nose that makes the honk. Mm-hmm. Usually. 38 months from Laney Bears, 23 from Anna Banana Bread. Speaking of, we actually have some banana bread. I almost cut myself a slice and had it for breakfast. And then I didn't. And now I'm thinking about it. There's definitely a part of me that's like, I might at some point in the middle of this stream abandon Mallory to go downstairs and cut myself a slice of banana bread. Because I only got the coffee. Maybe I should have got it. Anyway, 43 months from Ian 3 Silverfire. 48 months from Cobalt Custard. That's a clap. Congrats on 4. I did make the 4, right? I think I made the 4. I'm pretty sure I did. I think I did. 350 bits from Ian 3 says, good morning. I'm asking for good vibes today. Vivi has an interview in an hour. I hope everyone has a good day.
Good vibes, VV.
Good vibes. Hope that interview goes well. And we probably have some other folks also that may have an interview today. I'm going to roll in good vibes for all of you too. This is the waving of the coffee wand of vibes. It also makes it sound like a lightsaber. That's just what it sounds like. Also, that's what I think lightsabers sound like. Anakin, I have the high ground. If you listen closely, the lightsaber just mumbles Jimmy over and over again. Jimmy, 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 Jimmy. Anyway, I hope all of the lightsabers help Phoebe today. Oh man, speak of the devil. 300 bits from Goldmage says, I have an interview over Zoom at 10 for what I hope will be the first step to a full-time career. So here for breakfast and then out early for that. Jimmy, 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 Jimmy. Perfect. Speak of the devil, it's Jimmy. You know, on a regular basis, and I mean like weekly, I often think when I'm saying something absolutely ridiculous or insane, this is definitely someone's first stream.
There's at least 3 people I've seen come up in chat who's like, it's my first time at an actual breakfast stream.
I just love that. I love thinking about them attempting to describe that to anyone else. And like, well, he waved his coffee around and mumbled a lot, and that was
Jimmy.
That was the stream. That was the whole thing. Yeah, like Fossick says, welcome first timers. This is normal. We have fun.
Kepler's really tired this morning.
Why so tired, baby?
He ate breakfast, made it up the stairs to the rug because he loves this rug, and then he fell asleep. He took like 2 steps to get onto the rug, and that's as far as he made it.
Just enough so it was warm. Just enough to be on the rug itself, and then sleeping. 22 months from Jay Linebeck. 46 months from Jason Jennings. 48 months from Spiffla. And keep clapping, because we got 48 months also from Marvel 410. And keep clapping, because we have 24 months from Line Rider.
Cat tags.
A lot of clapping. And 23 months from Key Entity Extraction. Thank you. A lot of claps. Mal's collecting cat tags. So, you can't see because the whole point of it is for you to not be able to see. But we got another C-stand and microphone, and it's off screen. It's right off here. C-stand is the stand that holds the microphone right out of frame, because historically we've owned 2. We've owned one for our stream setup, and then we've owned one for Mal makes. Mal uses the exact same equipment because we really like the equipment. And look at that little cat tag. He's cute. That's as far as he made it, and then he was tired. Anyway, the owning 2 has been somewhat of a issue in the past, because anytime we wanted to do anything with other people, we had to take Mallory's away from her, which cannot really be done at all in the middle of a Mal makes painting.
Yep. So like for Extra Life, I have to like make sure I'm done with the painting for Extra Life. Or like when Alex and Haley were here 2 weeks ago. Yeah. I was done with the painting. Yeah.
And then it's a huge hassle to like move things up and down the stairs and carrying big heavy equipment you're worried that you're gonna fall. Anyway, so we just got another one, because now that we have enough room up here, there's enough couches to house multiple people, and we hope to do streams with more people a little more regularly than basically never. We got another thing. Yeah. So that's exciting. Anyway, you can't see it because it's off screen.
No, you can't.
Just imagine that something is another thing is hovering above our heads.
Besides the vulture.
Besides the vulture? Oh, that vulture! I thought vulture was like a code word for something else. I'm like, what's the vulture? Oh, you mean the literal vulture? Yeah, I dedicated yesterday's vlog to it. We unboxed it and put it together. And I mean, it's the third one that we've owned, but it's nice to just have that and not Sorry, I'm the one that's always moved it up and down the stairs.
I believe it's difficult. I watch you do it.
Yeah, well, I'm always so worried I'm gonna fall because I'm like, if I fall, not only am I going to completely eat it, but I'm going to probably land on this thing and it's gonna hurt me in bad ways. So I'm glad I don't have to worry about that anymore. It's like, no, it's up here. And I saw someone ask about whether Extra Life would be upstairs or downstairs.
I was just gonna say that.
And like, in fairness, we haven't really decided.
No, we haven't.
Because everything is just set up here.
Downstairs makes more sense,
But
though.
downstairs probably makes more sense because there's more adjacent room.
Yeah.
And part of doing Extra Life is that...
There's more than just us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, even if we had more people on the couch, even if we had 4 people on the couch, there's still, 4 other people that are behind the scenes and running things. So, like, there has to be a place for Chaz to work and make sure everything is being caught up on that end. Mm-hmm. There has to be a space for someone to read donations, and it's not that we couldn't do it upstairs. It's just that stuff would probably be in different rooms.
Yeah.
That's the biggest point. And DL says, downstairs also has access to the kitchen. So.
Chaz says, you also need room for the balance board. That is true. We do have this huge, thick pile of carpet up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll probably do it downstairs. Which does mean that for Extra Life, I will have to haul 2 C-stands downstairs. But you know what?
It's just for Extra Life.
It's fine, and I will wait to do it until someone is here to spot me.
Someone other than me?
Yes.
You could also,
safer.
take the horizontal bar off.
Oh, you mean I could do literally anything to make it easier?
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually don't. Also, since we're on the topic of Extra Life...
We could also lower it.
Lower what?
Someone stand at the bottom and someone lower it.
You want to take a C-stand and lower it off the banister?
Yeah.
That is not safer. That is not safer.
Okay.
I don't like that. We would just it's not that heavy. How heavy are these things? I could probably find out an exact number because I just recently purchased it and it probably tells you how heavy it is, right? Let me give you an answer based in science facts. How heavy is this thing? How heavy is a C-stand? Weight. That's height, which is like weight, but it has an H. Height. Yes, height. Yes. Everyone wants to know about height. Load capacity.
That's not the same thing.
Also not the same thing. Where is the weight? There it is. 20 pounds. They weigh 20 pounds.
They're heavier than Kepler.
Which is not super bad.
It's
not super bad. They're just unruly because they're like 5 feet in both directions. Anyway, we're on the subject of Extra Life. I wanted to quickly mention, if someone wasn't here on Tuesday, you may not have heard. Extra Life is October 29th, and it is going to include not only the Wii library, but also the Wii U library.
It's also going to include the following guests.
I don't have to re-announce it.
Okay.
Alex and Halo will be here. They're not as exciting as the Wii U library. Not as exciting as getting access to making them play Cat World again. Also, what else is on Wii U? There's some good stuff on Wii U. It gives us access to it's kind of weird.
Cruiser?
That is not the game I was going to go with. It gives us access to like literally modern games, like Mario Kart 8.
Yeah.
is on Wii U. That's kind of neat. Shovel Knight. Wind Waker.
Nintendo
Yeah.
Land.
Pikmin 3. Pikmin 3 on Wii U is single player.
Yeah.
So you have to play it.
Okay.
Breath of the Wild is technically on Wii U,
Yeah.
although I have to imagine that the first 30 minutes of that would not be super great because it's real training mode. Tropical Freeze.
Master Wybet says, what time on the 29th will it start? We normally start at noon
Yeah, we normally start at noon Eastern.
and then go as long as we can.
The average time of Extra Life is about 20 hours. It usually goes for about 20 hours. So, yeah, I'm excited. Yes, I'm aware. I'm aware that speedrunners can finish Breath of the Wild very quickly. I've seen these videos and they're really impressive. I just, want people to temper their expectations because I don't speedrun Breath of the Wild, so it would be me, just dicking around for half an hour to try and get maybe the hang glider. Can you get the hang glider normally in 30 minutes?
Mr. Death
It'd be a race.
says that I can last longer this time without the bad organs. I'm hoping so, but I can actually have caffeine this year, so. Was I off ibuprofen that time last year? Was that when I couldn't take ibuprofen? Because I couldn't take ibuprofen before surgery. And it was literally like 2 weeks later.
Yeah, you couldn't take I don't think you were allowed to take ibuprofen
Or
for
caffeine.
like a month or
Yeah.
so. Yeah, that probably.
Yeah,
made
it was
that.
really miserable
I was gonna
last
say,
year.
that probably made it difficult.
Really exciting.
Yeah, you'll probably have a much better time this week.
I hope so.
A much better time. Yeah, I'm excited about it. But anyway, that is literally 2 months away. Somehow. So I just want folks to know about it and know that if you want to do early donations, you can. In probably about a month, when it's only a month away, we'll probably start using breakfast stream and Friday streams to keep people up to date on what the leaderboard is. So we probably won't start doing that for another month. But in a month, we'll be like, oh, what's winning? What are we going to play first? Yeah, that'll be fun. I can't believe it's already here.
I know.
In 2 months. It's just
I was just
fast.
talking to Lindsay yesterday about flights. Because
Yeah.
Lindsay has to fly in this time.
Yeah. Yeah, Vagabond says, did you update the list of games you guys want to play? Not yet. I haven't finalized the page, but the information on it, that is, the core information is true. It's October 29th. It's Wii and Wii U. That's it. That's all you need. I'll get the other stuff updated at some point soon. Let me see here. So the TV, you think the TV's not as bright right now?
Yes.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree with this motion. So what made it, was it a lot of motion? Like if I move? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's helpful. It is brighter. When it's dim, it is brighter than it was
Yes.
on Tuesday. So we're getting somewhere. Or possibly it's resetting its own settings in some way, which is, that's fun. I love that so much. We have 6 months from Nanosauce, 26 months from Captain McKitty, 37 months from Bardic Puppy. We got that. That is 48 months at Tier 2 Gold Toast for Drek. Congrats on the 4. And then also 500 bits from Line Rider, who says, I missed the last week of streams because I've slept in due to having COVID. I was going to do the same today, but I woke up to the sound of road construction outside my house. I guess it's not too bad, as I didn't miss my 2-year subiversary this week. First off, sorry about COVID, because that, is going to make you tired and it's going to make you feel bad. And then compounded, road construction sucks.
It does.
There is a very specific moment when you're laying in bed and it's like you've first heard a sound, whatever it is, something's happening outside beyond your control. There's a moment where like you've heard it and you go, oh no. You roll over in bed and you're like, I can do this. And then you get to this very specific point where your brain goes, it ain't gonna work. And that moment is such a feeling of defeat. Because I've experienced that as well. Of like, usually, I hate to say it's usually Kepler, but usually it's Kepler.
Usually it's Kepler for
Kepler
us.
has done something or whatever, and he wakes me up. And sometimes I'll even get him to get back up on the bed and go to sleep, but like at that point it might be too late. Like I'm laying there and I've given it like 10 minutes of trying, and I'm like, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna get up. Yeah. The other bad thing about road construction, depending on the type of construction and what it is, what they're doing, is that sometimes it can take a while. Like sometimes it's just a day.
Yeah.
And then other times they're like, yeah, we're building a bridge. We're building the road. We're gonna bomb this mountain and build a tunnel. And it was like 4 months.
Or 2 years.
Actually, for us, for the longest time, it was that they were building houses. When we lived at the other place, they were building houses behind us, and it just went on for months and months.
It was almost a year.
Yeah.
I think.
And they would get started at 7.
Yeah.
We would be laying in bed, and all of a sudden, and I was like, oh, God.
There was also
It's fine.
nights where we laid in bed and you could hear the dump trucks backing in.
Yeah, this was when we lived on the golf course. Yeah. We lived on a golf course twice when we lived in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah. In 2 different places that we lived on a golf course. It's because golf courses are so common for that area that they just build a lot of residential and apartments and stuff around it. And then you wind up on a golf course. Which is, it's kind of fun.
It was nice for the first 2 years. When they didn't tear all the trees down and build houses.
Blue Wall Place wasn't a golf course.
No.
But the apartment we were in before that was a golf course. Blue Wall Place was just
A pond.
Yeah, it was just like a neighborhood. Yeah. But I liked being on a golf course. I did like that. I thought that was fun.
I preferred the pond.
To the golf course?
Yeah.
I enjoyed sitting and just looking at golfers. Because some of them were just real bad. Which
Driving the golf cart. Oh.
That was great.
The one time they almost rolled it into the ditch.
There were times I thought people were going to die, and I was like, "It's a golf cart, guys. Like, I don't know how you can screw something up this bad." But yeah, there was more than one occasion where someone decided to drive on not the path.
Yeah.
And like, it was rough. Anyway, no one was injured, but I was watching. Where were we? 350 Bits from Radio Dread just says, Clown! 38 months from Somberbank 91 and 32 months from Jared Dillon 2710. Thank you. At least to our knowledge. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I much prefer this backyard, though, out of all the backyards we've had.
Yeah.
Because it's so private.
Well,
Like Blue Wall House, the neighbors were like always outside with their dogs or kids.
yeah, and also
then-
anyone could see across the pond, like
Yeah.
into your house.
Yeah. And backyard here is trees.
I like it because of the critters.
Yeah.
That's what I like. I have never lived in a place with so many rabbits
Yeah.
and
Squirrels
and birds and like there's so much wildlife in the backyard, and I really like it. Like literally, and it's kind of ridiculous, but literally anytime you look out the back door,
There's something.
there's something. There's almost always a rabbit or two just in the yard, and I love it. I really like it. I think it's really nice. You know, there are other critters.
Yeah.
We took a walk yesterday, and there was a he was a pancake at that point, but there was a snake
Yeah.
on the road upside down, and Mao didn't see it. I saw it, and I was like, "Oh, there's a snake," and she goes, "Oh, what kind of snake?" And I was like, "Well,
It's upside down.
it's upside down, and I'm wearing sandals, so I'm not gonna kick it over."
We
Yeah,
saw
a former snake.
yesterday we saw a 5-lined skink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was what that was.
Yeah, they are fast. They are very, very fast. I mean, just super quick. But yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed.
I'm sure we'd find some more if we went down into the woods.
Yeah, that's very specifically why I don't want to go into the woods. I got all of my woods out. All of my woodies. Oh no.
Traipsing through the woods.
Yeah, all of my woods traipsing I got out as a child. Like I hit a certain point in my life, and there was like no part of me wanted to go back into the woods. I don't know how old I was.
but not down here because there's too many things. I'd love to go camping in Wisconsin or hiking.
I like the idea of hiking.
Yeah.
It's just the idea of hiking in the southeast where we have, all the venomous snakes.
We only have 2 here. Did you know that?
No.
Coral snakes don't get this far north. And
Really?
what's the other one that doesn't get this far? I don't think there's rattlers here.
So we only have cottonmouths and copperheads.
I think so.
Really?
I looked at the map the other day. I was like, oh. But basically, I've looked at the Raleigh or Triangle subreddit, and there's so many posts that are like, what snake is this? And a lot of them have been copperheads.
Thomas says the 2 worst ones and more of them. Yeah, it's not exactly a fix, right? Because it's still it's still venomous snakes, and Thomas is right. You're just going to find more of them.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know. I got to a certain point in my life where I was just kind of done walking in the woods. I did spend a lot of time outside and in the woods when I was young.
Yeah.
Where we lived when I was growing up, there was a big section of woods, and me and the other kids, we always spent time there. I know people probably think of me as video game kid and had video games and played video games, and that was true, but I probably spent almost an equal amount of time, especially when I was really young, in the woods. It was fun. But yeah, snakes.
Yeah.
Snakes. I just
Maybe we
don't
can
want to
do
deal
some
with it.
hiking when we're up in Wisconsin for the wedding.
That would be fine. That'd be fine.
We don't have a whole lot of time.
Well, that sucks.
I know. We gotta go to Woodman's and buy Jolly Good, and I need to get some Point root beer. And we gotta get Kringle, because we gotta drop some off at Chaz and Jeff's. We're gonna be so busy.
Chaz will like that, yes. Yeah, the wedding is in November, which means it'll be cold.
Yeah. Minnesota in the winter.
It'll be cold.
Yeah.
And it sucks. Why couldn't your sister get married in the summer?
She's a teacher. I mean, that's not really the best response to that, but that's...
No!
She didn't want to get married in the summer. She wanted to do it during this year in particular, and she has time because of Thanksgiving.
I mean, like, it's her wedding. She can decide whatever she wants. I'm just saying, as the out-of-towner who is from the warm climate, there's not a lot of me that's like, oh boy, I can't wait to be cold and be also holding equipment.
She could have done like a Christmas wedding. That would have been rough.
That would have been worse, yeah. That is a good question. When does bad winter weather start up there?
Some years it's like mid-November, like right around the time of the wedding.
Okay.
And then some years it's like no snow till Christmas.
So it's...
I have to think back, like we did a Christmas parade, the Appleton Christmas Parade, every year. And I marched in it 5 years of my life for band.
Okay.
Because I did it all for high school, and then I did it, I think, in 8th grade also. And I carried the first banner that says what the band is.
Yeah.
I think, in 8th grade. And like some years it was like nice, and we were like, oh, this is great. And then some years we were like, we couldn't wear gloves with guard, but like the band could wear gloves. And they would like tuck heating packs in the backs of their gloves so they could still like play their trumpets and like keep their hands warm.
I've seen multiple people
and
say
it's the day before like Thanksgiving is when that parade is.
I've seen multiple people say you should use a tripod, and like, sure. But there are parts of the wedding where you're not going to use a tripod.
Yeah.
Like if you're shooting the ceremony, then yeah, a tripod makes sense. But for everything like past that, probably going to be moving around. Just you sticky boy. I just want everyone to know I didn't sign off on this name. I was not consulted.
I started using it.
I know. Mal helped me shoot the vlog yesterday. And near the end of it, we finished up. She was like, oh, my arms are tired. I should have grabbed the sticky boy. And I was like, it's not called that. We don't get to call it sticky boy. Renee says we weren't consulted on Milk Bomb, so this is fair. I hope you all have been enjoying the vlogs. I've managed to get out 3 a day for a few days now, which is an improvement because there was a streak a little bit ago where I had been releasing 2 a day. Now I'm up to 3 a day, and you know, now that I'm up to 3 a day, I'm like, oh, this is harder, especially you know, considering the fact that the Alex and Haley stuff's a little harder to edit because it's a little more complicated. But I've been working at it. I can safely say that there are 2 vlogs.
I had to make a reminder for something.
There are 2 vlogs scheduled for today. So I'm gonna hopefully have a 3rd one out tonight too.
Good.
But I don't have that done. But there's one coming out at 10:15. So at 10:15, I'll let you go to watch the. It's one of the best vlog thumbnails I've ever made.
It is. It's really good.
It's great. I've been having way too much fun with the thumbnails. I put out the thumbnail for memorable moments last night, and I was like, "This is too fun. I want to make. I want to make something ridiculous," and I did. It is not another Oprah vlog. It's not a joke vlog or anything. It's just the thumbnail was. It was fun to make.
Right, Satsy? That does make it Sticky Boy.
I mean, these things do have actual names, though. It's the pistol grip. It's called the pistol grip. You could say that there's a MagSafe tripod mount on it, and I guess
a MagSafe phone handle.
I guess grab me the pistol grip with the MagSafe tripod mount sounds insane, but I usually call it pistol grip. That's usually what I say. Grab me the pistol grip.
Sticky Boy.
Sounds threatening. I like Sticky Boy much better. Would you rather we call it the Pistol Boy? There is no win. No one wins here. There's no winners. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. It's totally fine.
Kepler's snoring.
Yeah, I hear him. He's loud. Can they hear that?
I don't know.
He's tired. He's had a long night of
Keeping
doing
us
nothing.
awake.
A long night of keep. He did. He did pretty good.
Didn't he start meowing at like 5? I feel like he was talking to you.
I was
and it was
asleep.
still dark out.
I was definitely asleep. So I don't recall any such occurrence.
He doesn't meow a whole lot.
He only really meows if you are having a conversation with him. Like if you're like talking to him and you're making it very clear that you're communicating with him, he'll meow back. And then sometimes, if he's in some other room alone, he'll just start to, like, we'll be downstairs and we'll hear from upstairs, meow, and we'll be like...
It's his "Where are you?" meow.
I think so, yeah. And then we'll have to call him. The funniest thing about living here with him has been the fact that because the stairs don't have carpeting, is when he comes downstairs, it's very loud. He doesn't run downstairs. He's meticulous. He's too old for that.
Baby.
He meticulously comes downstairs. So when he comes downstairs, it's... And there's just this... And it's on the wood, so it's a little echo, so it's just boom, boom. So what happens is, if Mal and I are on the couch and we start hearing boom, boom, we look at each other and we both go, he descends. And then over the course of like 30 seconds, we turn around and he'll finally be coming down the thing, and then he'll walk over to the couch. Now going up, he goes up the stairs in like a second.
Yeah.
Just, but whenever he's coming down, boom, boom, boom,
He's
boom.
being careful.
Yeah. And he doesn't have the traction that that he had in the last house with the carpet.
You know, I find amusing, and he doesn't do it now because I think he's figured it out, but it took him like a solid 3 weeks to figure out. Is if he was at the top of the stairs and we were on the other side by our bedroom door.
Yeah.
So like, if this is the stairs, we're like up here and he's over here. And like, we're like, Kippy, and we're trying to get him to walk around to come to us, like if he's gonna come over by us, he walks around. Like, I want him to walk around towards us, but he just walks straight towards us.
Which was down the stairs.
Which goes down the stairs, so he's like meticulously going down the stairs, and like he's like, oh, you called me, you want me by you, but he goes down.
Yeah, the first...
And then he's confused why he didn't end up by us.
Yeah, the first two to 3 weeks that we lived here, there was mild confusion about that. He would walk towards our voices. He'd get halfway down the stairs and realize that
he's descending.
That he was now below us, and then he'd be like... And then sometimes he would just finish the stairs and be like, and then he'd turn around and come back up. He's got it all figured out now. But there was definitely a period of time where, you know, he's never lived anywhere where this has been a thing, and it was just funny to see the little wheels turning and be like, oh, poor guy doesn't understand. He doesn't know he's gotta go around. Yeah, we learned. It is fun though, because like you get to see animals processing, you know, like looking at something and slow, you can see inside their heads going, wait a minute.
And to be fair, that's
this
not
isn't
really
working.
something Kepler's ever done.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
No, I meant like the processing.
Oh.
Like Kepler runs purely on instinct. Oh, this is warm. I want to lie here. Oh, this is soft. I want to lie here.
Mm-hmm.
Sagan would calculate things and pick like between what was the best, and you could see Sagan learn, and that's just not Kepi. Kepi's just so sweet, no thought, head empty.
Yeah. But he had to learn to do some things because otherwise he would have never figured out how to get to our bedroom. Yeah. He would have just went down the stairs every time he got there. It's funny now because actually last night I had just given him some dinner, and he after he ate, he perked up and he was real vocal with me, and he was like meow meow, and I was like, what is it, buddy? He was like, meow, and he started to lead me to the stairs, and I was like, sure. So I follow him, and he starts going up the stairs, and I'm going up the stairs, and
he checks to make sure you're following.
He keeps like, are you following me? Okay, cool. Are you following me? So I follow him, come all the way up the stairs. He keeps turning around, follows all the way into the bedroom, all the way into the bathroom door, and I'm like, okay, open the bathroom door. He goes in there and he jumps up and he sits on the sink and he's like, I want a drink. Like from downstairs, he had just had his food and he was like, I'm thirsty. I want a sink drink. So I followed him all the way upstairs into the master bathroom, and then I turned on the sink for him and he's like, thanks. And then when he was done, he jumped down and that's all he wanted. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, very rarely does he tell us exactly what he wants like that.
Yeah, that's what he needed. He's also been very spoiled. I mean, well, obviously lives a spoiled life, but he never did this at our last place, but he wants a drink from the sink, and often he wants both sinks. Like, he'll get a drink from one of the sinks in the master bathroom, and then he'll stop and walk to the other sink, because it's a Jack and Jill sink, and then he'll be like, this one. And I'm like, buddy, it's the same water.
And then he also wants a tub drink sometimes, but because of the way the faucet is for the tub, he's kind of freaked out by it. So he'll be like, sink drink, tub drink. And then I'll turn on the tub and he's like, oh no, I'm out of here.
It's just funny. It's just funny. I'm endlessly amused by Kepler. I'm glad that he is here to provide
amusement to you.
Amusement. We got 38 months from King Calamari. 300 bits from Dane1647 says, since the Wii U eShop is closing, do you have any interest in grabbing all the exclusives? Otherwise, your collection can't be truly complete. No. No. I mean, I understand that it's closing down, and I understand that you should get the stuff that you're interested in. But the reason I can't be bothered personally is that at least with stuff physically existing, I'm like, all right, this exists physically. This is something that I have that I can put in there. With the Wii U eShop and digital games also to a degree, the thing I think about is, what if the Wii U breaks?
Yeah.
Like the Wii U breaks, something doesn't work with the Wii U. There's an issue and it needs formatted or whatever. That's the sort of thing that I think about. So I don't have a whole lot of interest in suddenly trying to grab up all these digital exclusives. Not to mention, like, trying to hold on to all that stuff. Yeah. So it's fine. It's fine. And it's being archived somewhere, which is why I worry less.
Barter your toy away for some Tiny Yeti's imaginary elegant balls.
That's a bit from T-Mug Celeste. Hey Eddie, it's Item Crafting Live's birthday today. What should we get him for breakfast? Well, first off, happy birthday,
Item Crafting.
I hope you enjoy elegant but imaginary balls. This is a rare time where there's no ingredient of anything. Because sometimes it's like, rhino. Oh, that was a bad choice. Rhino balls. It's something that would indicate there is some ingredient. No, there's none. There's none. Mr. Kenwood says that's when you imagine you're a princess of the ball. That's fun. That's fun. Because otherwise there is nothing.
Yeah.
You just imagine. You imagine elegant spheres. Happy birthday. We also had 8 months from Shattered Muse. Thanks. Yeah.
Orbs to ponder.
That being said, about the Wii U thing, like, don't let me decide for anyone, and obviously it's way easier to, like, if there's a game you want to play, like, get it. Don't be like, at some point down the line in 20 years, someone has archived it and I'll figure out all the hoops to jump through to get. Like, obviously get it.
Yeah.
But for anyone who is worried about, like, me in terms of, like, oh, you got to download all these digital games, like, no, I got to have a limit somewhere. So I'll worry about that another time. There are interesting digital games, though.
Yeah, there are.
For Wii and Wii U that, never got physical releases.
Isn't one a sumo game?
Probably. Maybe. I don't know. And there's a lot, actually. There's a whole lot, especially because the Wii and Wii U was the era where, like, Limited Run and some of these other companies, like, they didn't exist. You could argue it did for Wii U, but anyway, there's all of these games now on Switch that are getting physical releases that would never, under any circumstances, have gotten physical releases before, and that's really neat. But on the Wii and Wii U, that means that there are, like, hundreds of digital games that exist solely in the digital realm. I don't know. It's unfortunate, but again, for the most part, I'm fairly certain this stuff has been archived. It's been backed up. I think the best example of this actually is probably PT, because when PT came out and everyone's, like, really excited, and I was like, oh, this is so cool, and then the game got canceled. And everyone was like, ooh, now it's really interesting because it exists solely as this demo. Then they pulled the demo, and then people were selling PS4s with the demo on it for, like, tons of money. I think that finally settled. People aren't doing that anymore. But, like, that's how much people wanted to experience these digital things. Yeah. I still have PT. We never downloaded a whole lot onto the PS4, and it's still on there. If we ever get a notion to walk down a hallway a bunch.
Jimmy.
Jimmy. 300 bits manager in the kitchen. Here's a little Jimmy as a treat for NDL. Hey. Thanks. New alerts all the time.
Yeah.
New alerts all the time. Just literally weekly. Literally every single week. Anyway, have we featured? Yeah, actually, Mal and I played PT when it first came out. There's a video on Stephen Plays of that.
Yeah.
And we also did the Resident Evil 7 demo.
Yes.
Yeah, we haven't.
You did.
You played it with me, didn't you?
Which one is 7?
We just watched Thomas.
Oh
play
no,
7.
I didn't play that. You did alone.
Are you sure?
I don't remember all of it. That's why. Because I remember watching Thomas do it and being like,
Yeah, you're definitely there. Yeah,
I don't remember that.
Give me the bird.
I feel real certain you were definitely there. Brandon says, I'm pretty sure you were solo. Is there any way I find out? I'm settle this live. Search for Steven plays Resident Evil VII. Resident Evil 7 demo with Mal. 6 years ago. Yeah.
Oh, 6 years ago.
Yeah, you were there. Sorry. Repressed memory. That's what it is. Mal was like, I don't need to remember this.
I replaced my memories of me playing with Thomas.
I've become Thomas. We've replaced all of the scary games that you've had to do with fun memories now, because the most recent horror game that we played was Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, horror, sure. Luigi's Mansion.
I mean, it's the closest thing that we've got to horror in a while. We haven't done a horror game in
Didn't the people who did
Yes.
make a new game?
Yes.
Which game was that?
You're thinking of the team that made Until Dawn.
Yes.
And they made The Quarry.
Yes.
I knew exactly what you meant. Didn't the people that made The Thing? Yes. Correct. Yeah. It's on my list.
Chaz is right.
That is not wrong. The most recent horror game you played was The Dog Island. Oh my god, I'm so excited about Extra Life.
I know.
I'm so excited about Extra Life.
We gotta make a food channel in the Discord.
To
start planning.
Okay. Do it. Or do
I can't.
Oh.
Do it. Do it now.
500 bits from Circle Squared says, it's my herf as well. I'm 30 today. Thanks for making the idea of being 30 less scary, grandparents. What bird do I get on this fine day?
It was a seagull.
I mean, that's a good bird. That's a good bird. Because that represents carefree. Seagull is carefree. Chilling at the beach, just kind of vibing. That's a seagull. I think it's a good one. Also, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I hope 30 feels a little carefree. And it's not scary. Being 30 is not scary.
Yeah.
It's Brandon says, I'm not scared of being 30, but my body sure is. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You turn 30 and do you hurt more than you would hurt at 25?
Oh, there's different Jimmys.
I mean, yeah, but it's fine. Why are there multiple Jimmys? Anyway, 300 Bits from Line Rider says, opinions on Jimmy John's? IMO the best sandwich chain.
So I talked about going to Cousin Subs the entire time I was in Wisconsin. Mm-hmm. And then the day of the bridal shower, my dad drove off because he was like, oh, I'm not part of this. Because normally it's like the women of the family, but we were like, you can hang out and have food. He's like, no. This isn't my thing. Mm-hmm. And so he went and hung out in the pole barn.
Yeah.
And then he left. And I watched him drive away, and I was like, he's going to get Cousins, even though I've been talking about it for 2 days. And he went and got Cousins for lunch. And I didn't get Cousins the whole time I was there.
Aw, I'm sorry.
They've rebranded. They have a new logo and everything.
So, everyone is welcome to their opinion. I think Jimmy John's is definitely one of the worst sandwich chains. And it is heavily influenced by the experiences that I have had at what was our local Jimmy John's.
Yeah.
Because
it was always bad at that one.
Because we rip that sponsorship. Like every other sponsorship, I had very few experiences with Jimmy John's, and we went and got a new Jimmy John's open in Myrtle Beach, and we're like, oh cool, Jimmy John's. So we went and we got Jimmy John's, and the first time I had it, I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. I'm excited about Jimmy John's. It's a very simple sandwich.
Yeah.
It's not like super wild, super complex sandwiches, but the ingredients are fresh. And I was like, it's a good sandwich. Every single subsequent time I went to Jimmy John's, every single time, they got the order wrong. Like every time.
Yeah.
So I was definitely heavily influenced by that. And we kept going back because of the convenience of it. There was a lot of convenience for that specific Jimmy John, so it's like, well. And, it was not great.
It was not great.
It was not great. And then there was one time specifically that was wild. We had went there, and like they I don't like mayo on my sub. If I can go without eating mayo, I try, because I'm like, I'd rather have mustard or whatever. And every single sub that they sell has mayo except for one. There's one sub that doesn't have mayo. And obviously you can customize whatever you want, but like by default, they all come with mayo except for one. I became very intimately familiar with their menu. And the first time I went, that's the sub I ordered, the one that didn't have mayo. Every single time after that, I went, I ordered a sub, and I was like, I'll have this one. I was like, but no mayo. I was like, if you could put mustard on that instead, that'd be great. And they're like, yeah, no problem. Always had mayo. Every time. And every time we went, I got increasingly alarmed about it, where I was like, hey, just in the past, I've gotten some mayo on that, so just no mayo on that, no mayo at all. If we could do that. And they're like, yeah, no problem. And then it came, and they always had mayo, and I was like, but there was one time we went through the drive-thru, and when we went through, the guy gave us our food and our drink, and he's like, all right, you have a good day. And I was like, I'm still holding my card. I was like, I haven't paid you. And he's like, you haven't paid me? And I was like, no. You just handed me food. And he was like, that's bad. I was like, do you want to be paid? And he's like, yeah, thanks. And I was like, no problem. So yeah, probably a very specific incident with our Jimmy John. That being said, I will tell you, I'm still on sandwiches. I will tell you, I do have very specific opinions about sandwich chains, and a place I always had a very negative opinion about, and that has changed recently, is Jersey Mike's. And it's because when I was younger, we had Jersey Mike's catered on one of the days at school, and it was terrible. And I had this negative opinion about Jersey Mike's forever. And then recently, since we've lived in Raleigh, we went to a Jersey Mike's, and it was one of the best sandwiches I have ever had at a chain. And I was like, this is so good.
See, that was like my first time having Jersey Mike's ever, because you had such negative opinions on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, mine was okay. I didn't think it was anything amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I really, really liked my sandwich. So, but also maybe it's because the bar was so low.
Yeah.
For me. Because in my head, I was like, and Mao had always brought it up. She's like, should we try Jersey Mike's? I was like, nah, we don't do Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's is terrible. And then I tried it, and I was like, oh, wait, if I don't eat it in a school cafeteria, it might actually be better.
Someone brought up Potbelly. Do we have a Potbelly in Raleigh?
Sorry, I'm gonna see. Did this make? No. I was like, did the TV get brighter when I did this?
There is a
It did not.
Potbelly. It's in Morrisville.
All right, hold on. I'm still trying to find out. I'm still trying to find out how to make this good. Promotion? No.
I had too much Subway in my life, and I don't like Subway. Because when I was in dance, the only place to eat near the studio was Subway. So when I had dance, basically Monday from the time school got out till about midnight on Monday nights, we would go get Subway for dinner, and that was too much. And then when I student taught, the only place in town that you could reliably grab lunch fast during like the lunch hour was a Subway. And so we went almost every day. So I'm very done with Subway.
I thought I could find the thing to make it fix. I could not find it. Why are TVs so complicated? Anyway, 300 bits of Slick Duke who says, Chaz, which random Jimmy will I get? There are apparently multiple Jimmys now, so something showed up, and it's not just one, there's a bunch. 46 months from Dark Overlord. 300 bits from the Relude, who just says Jimmy Roulette. My favorite type of roulette. 300 from Dane, who says, Witch or Firehouse subs? Also, Schlotzky's is my favorite. I've never had Schlotzky's.
I have, but it's been a very long time.
Between Witch and Firehouse, I gotta tell you, that's a close battle.
It is. I think
That's a
it's
close
what
battle.
you are feeling.
I
at the time.
think between the two, Firehouse is probably a more quality sandwich.
Yeah.
I think Firehouse is a more quality sandwich. It's relatively close, but I think Firehouse is like a more well-built, probably better ingredient sandwich. But Witch, you're going to have more options.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't choose one over the other and then never go to the other one. It would just be what I'm in the mood for. But Firehouse makes a good sandwich.
Yeah.
Especially if you want meatball.
Yeah, that's what I
Good
get.
meatball sandwich.
Bumpkin said, I worked at Subway. I feel like I must intervene. Do they still have the white chocolate chip raspberry cheesecake cookies? That was like, I lived for those. Those were so good.
I want to eat more sandwiches.
We'll have to go
Like-
try Potbelly. We'll be up in Morrisville at some point. Oh, it's seasonal now. Okay.
Yeah, I think between all of the sandwich places, I need more time with Jersey Mike's. Sorry, Jersey Mike's fans. I just need a little more time to gather a good opinion.
We got a coupon for them.
Yeah, and I want to go. I feel like Jersey Mike's has the potential to be really high for me, but I'm thinking, as long as we're counting chains specifically, we're not counting like a local mom and pop place, I'm thinking probably Firehouse.
Can we get cousins in Wisconsin?
Yeah, of course. I love sandwiches. Fossick says his Publix on the list. I don't ever really get a sandwich from Publix.
No. We've done it a few times.
Mostly with Emil, actually.
Yeah.
Emil really likes to get sandwiches from Publix. On the times that I've had them, they've been good, but yeah, I think Firehouse. One I haven't had in a long time was Quiznos. Do they even exist anymore? Are there
don't
still
know.
Quiznos around? I don't feel like Quiznos was the best sub, but they had some subs that no other places had. Because I remember they had like a honey mustard chicken something, and I really liked that.
There's some Quiznos.
Are there? Okay.
There's one in like Wake Forest area, but then there's one in Dunn.
I also have really strong memories about Quiznos because I recall very specifically eating Quiznos every Friday for Friday Night Magic.
Yeah.
Because the card shop that we played at was 2 doors down from a Quiznos. So, like, everyone would get there, and then, like, if they were between a match, everyone would walk down to Quiznos. So Quiznos got all the business from the card shop. So I have really, like, strong memories about that, but it's
This
not
place
the
is
best
in Raleigh
sandwich.
is a chain, has good reviews. Penn Station East Coast subs.
I want to eat there. I want to eat all the sandwich. I love sandwiches. Love it. Anyway, we got 350 bits
Maybe
from
next time we mail a painting.
350 bits from Bella Bunny. It says, Morning, came here to spread my good vibes. My dad came home from the hospital yesterday. I have a job interview later, and a special guest is coming over tomorrow. That's a lot!
Yeah, good vibes. Glad you have good things happening.
Yeah. I know that there was a lot of worry, obviously, when your dad was in the hospital, so I am glad that your dad is home from the hospital. Also, good luck on the job interview. Good vibes there. And, hey, special guests are fun. That's a lot. That's a lot of good contained in one single message, so I'm happy to hear all of that. I was like, can I make an announcement? I don't have any announcements to make.
No, you
No.
don't. Not yet.
Not yet. I hope that in the future we might have special guests.
Yeah.
Guests. We don't know.
We don't know.
But I can't announce that yet because it's not. You see that?
What?
There has to be enough motion.
Move the window around.
Yeah, well, I don't want to do that. I want to keep it kind of dim because I want to find... I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix it. I want it to be bright all the time. 41 months from Wildfire972. Thank you. It will be brighter when we're playing a game.
Yes.
You know, because it'll be movement. But we haven't tested that.
No.
Although we will test that tomorrow. So tomorrow, we continue in Pokemon. It's going to be a good time. We're going to be going from Viridian to Victory Road and probably catching Moltres. That would be my suspicion. We won't get started on the Elite Four because that's too many things.
Yeah.
But we will...
Head that way.
we will be heading that way. Maybe we'll get started on Elite Four. Probably not.
Maybe.
But I guess we'll see. So that'll be tomorrow. There's just a few Pokemon streams left. We're getting down to the wire. It's been fun. You know, it's been really enjoyable just to see like all of the stuff rendered in 3D
Yeah.
and all of the
I've enjoyed it.
chat catching Phil Collins. Yeah, there was a setting on the TV that we changed on Tuesday that was that I changed after the stream, and it was an energy saver that I turned off, but it either turned back on or there's another setting that's also affecting things.
We'll look at it.
Yeah, it's fine. Do you see the white border on the very left side of the TV?
I do.
So, I'm not entirely sure, but I believe because this is an OLED panel, and OLED historically has problems with burn-in, there's a feature in the TV... No, not fire. It was like fire. Oh, it's red! It's like Moltres, just not on fire. There's a feature in the TV that's on by default that I left on, that it apparently it'll occasionally just shift all the pixels by like 1 pixel or something. Like it's very subtle. Like you can't tell it's doing it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's such an interesting way of fixing that problem. Because I was wondering about that when I got the TV. I was like, how did they set it up where it's not going to cause burn-in, and it just does a pixel shifting, which is, and you can't even tell it's happening, but it's neat. It's designed to keep your television not bad. Shout out to everyone that's ever been in an airport and seen the after image of a fast food display that's just stuck in time. You're like, oh, that's ruined. 500 bits from Caitlin Lux. It says, did someone mention the Firebird for tomorrow? You got overall bird. It looks like that little bird's wearing overalls.
I think it looks like he's wearing a sport coat.
I like the sport coat too. 30 bits from Padawan Becca. When at a sandwich shop, is it hard to order a sandwich without the picture menu, or do you just pick from the ingredients?
Ingredients.
Yeah, I just use the ingredients. I mean, I love to see pictures, but ingredients are actually better for sandwiches because of because they're stacked.
Yeah.
So you can't even really know from the picture. So I like the ingredients list. But I am someone who has had sadly, so many experiences in so many different places where they did not make the sandwiches intended that I really try to not do a custom order at all. I really try hard not to. So if I can find a sandwich that I like that has the ingredients and especially like the condiments on it that I want, I just order that.
Yeah.
I just do that. Because like, I don't want to be like, hey, I want the number 6, but no mayo. Please don't put mayo on it. Please don't. Please don't do it.
Do we have time to get into like what's your default sandwich?
Oh, she hopping. Can we show that on stream? It's Andrew in the kitchen.
Very.
It's Andrew in the kitchen. Mary Star Rain. I like to see him move. It's fun. Mary's literally hopping. Sure, we have literally 1 minute before the vlog comes out.
New sandwich shop, you want to try it out. What's your go-to?
I mean, again, I don't typically do a custom order. It's going to be something that's on there. But what do I like on a sandwich? I prefer ham to turkey, but ideally both. I like to do both. Bacon is nice.
So you want a club?
Yeah, usually a club. Usually a club is my go-to. Ham, possibly turkey, bacon, lettuce, tomato, pickles,
mustard,
deli mustard or honey mustard. That's it. Maybe
roast
other
beef.
things. I know you love roast beef, but I love a lot of things on sandwiches. Mayo is really the only thing I don't like on a sandwich.
Yeah.
I mean, like I'll do almost anything else, and if I get mayo on a sandwich, I have been known to eat it. Just not thrilled about it. Item Crafting Live, get to 5 subs to Cat Lizard, Prowl245, Arcane Leo, Meccan, and Lola Loves Peaches. Item Crafting Live, thank you. And with that, calcium dump.
Go watch the vlog.
We can shift over to the vlog. So, isn't it a great thumbnail? It's a great thumbnail. It's one of my most favorite ones I've ever made. It was just a lot of fun to make. So, thank y'all for being here. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern when we're back for one of the final, not the final, but one of the final Pokemon streams. And, go watch the vlog. Have fun.
Yeah.
And there are more vlogs today. I mean, at least one. It's scheduled for 3 p.m. But if I can, I'll get another one scheduled for tonight. I'm trying hard, man. I really want to catch up. Is that a real accordion? Yes. Yes.
Yes.
It's a great video. It's a great video. All right. Y'all have a great day. I'm going to go ahead and dome you so you can go watch the vlog. See, what's a good time? Oh, God.
Thanks, Slick Duke. You have to. Or, oh, wait. Andrew has a good one, too.
There's our thumbnail. Thunder Sticky Boy, Jimmy Dome.